have a society that is sick at many levels, and one of those levels is the fact that there have been paranoia and very high levels of secrecy, and to see people not only talking but reenacting and almost trivializing some of the most brutal aspects of living in South Africa can only have a positive effect. It can only begin to diffuse tensions.
Looking first at the headline stories this hour, the Pan-Africanist Congress's armed wing claims responsibility for the death.
We heard that she's coming to star in a South African movie.
I was in Cannes and I met Whoopi and talked to her about my other projects. She had supported Place of Weeping, a film I did many years ago. And I thanked her for it and told her I'm doing SARAFINA. And she said, oh, I love that property. And I gave her the script and she sent me a note the next day saying, anytime, anywhere.
On the highway, Anand picks up the phone, and the cell phone, and he phones Whoopi's office. And Whoopi comes to the telephone. And I say, it's Mbongeni. You must come to South Africa. It's important for you to do SARAFINA. And she says, am I safe? I say, when you have me in South Africa, then you're safe. And she said, I'm coming.
I said to her, well, listen, you know, your fee is the budget of the film, but we worked out something that, a deal that was, that she and her management were happy with, and it worked out really well for everybody.
17 hours.
18 hours.
18 hours in the tube.
Anand, who is a man that he gets the job done every time, says, I'm going to make a movie on SARAFINA. And I said, excellent idea. And when I saw it, you know, with Whoopi Goldberg and everything else, it blew my mind, blew me away.
Excellent. Never better. All aboard.
Wonderful.
We're all three getting in the back.
I was really interested in coming because it's a situation that I needed to know about. I mean, for me to hear about things from other people is not good. I've got to be there hands-on myself so I can formulate my own opinions. And I wasn't sure, you know, that the cultural boycott was the right thing for everybody.
I've been a supporter of the cultural boycott all my life as an artist. I have believed in the isolation of South Africa until such time we moved towards sanity before we could have any kind of international exchange. I am proud that people like Whoopi Goldberg and Paul Simon became the first to be allowed to come into the country to create a bridge.
That's right.
Do you think that the fact the movie can now be shot here is also kind of a sign of a change in South Africa? You know, that you could come here and perform and that the film's now being made here in Soweto?
I don't really know the answer. I don't really know the answer. The answer is evolving. That's all I can see from my experience here and from this. People are moving towards an answer, and they'll find it.
Look around at our cast and crew. I mean, it's absolutely a sign of a changing South Africa. We have a lot of white folks in Soweto, which is a all-black township. I don't know if 3 years ago everybody would have been down here as comfortably as they are, or whether the people who are here would have been as comfortable to have everyone down here. So I think there is a changing, but it's not going to happen like overnight. People shouldn't think that, oh, it's all going to go away. It took us 25 years. You know, it's going to take the same amount of time, I think.
It was pretty intimidating when Anand said, okay, we've got Whoopi Goldberg. It was like, dude, whatever, you know what I mean? But then, you know, I mean, I quickly realized then when you work with someone like a Whoopi Goldberg who's utterly certain in what she's about, you know, she doesn't come with any baggage. She just wants to do the best job possible. And I was surprised how easy it was. You know, you just call action and there's Whoopi Goldberg being a school teacher in Soweto. It was quite an interesting experience, you know.
I was very scared at first. I remember we were supposed to do a scene for the first time together. And I couldn't do anything. I was sweating, I was shaking, and she called me, come here. And I sat next to her, and she said, what's wrong? I said, I'm nervous. You know, you're a star, and it's my first time here doing a movie, and I'm nervous, yeah. And she said, listen, you don't have to be nervous. This is your movie. You are a star.
The white boys are looking north. He said, what do you see? We see great land, man, beautiful land. Anybody there? No, just a few Kafirs sticking spears up each other's future. So what do you say we make a trek? Good idea. And what does this bring to us? Shamboks, passbooks, PW Bota, Afrikaans lessons, and democracy, and justice, and very, very, very fine schools. Yes. We're so lucky. Isn't history beautiful? Yes!
Mary Musambuka is the teacher at a school where the kids are sort of getting fed up with the government and the way things are running, and they have a voice and a part in South Africa which they are just coming into understanding of. And she is sort of one who really talks a lot about what our part is here. And she sort of motivates them to realize that, in fact, they hold the future in their hands.